Before we start the program, we have arranged some refreshments. So we will start our program about 7:15 or so. So till then, we can have some refreshments.
Ladies and gentlemen, small announcement. The performers, their flight was delayed, so they just reached here. And we all had about half an hour to have some snacks and drinks. And we don't want them to perform with the empty stomach, so we are giving them 5 minutes. After that, we will start the program. Hope you understand. Thank you.
Embassy this evening as our distinguished guests. This evening, Embassy, as part of its Performing India series, and in association with the Global Performing Art, we are pleased to present this evening to celebrate Ramayana, a dance drama, which is being performed by the artist of Shriram, Bhartiya Kendra, New Delhi in India, and which is being organized by the Global Performing Arts, which is being performed tomorrow, Sunday, 10th of November, at Singer Concert Hall and Art Center of Alexandria, Virginia. To welcome the guest on behalf of the Embassy and to give a detailed background and introduction of today's event and a lot more, I request and invite Mr. M. Shriram, Counselor and Embassy's Head of Wing of Press, Culture and Information Wing. Mr. Shriram, please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sridharan. I'm a counselor for culture, press, and information in the Embassy and the spokesperson of the Embassy. And it's my distinct pleasure and privilege to welcome all of you this evening. I'm not going to be doing the formal welcome, but I'll pitch in about why this is important. I think in that way we will all know how welcome your presence is. This team has done more than 3,000 performances of Ramayana, which is an epic from India. And they have traveled to more than 60 countries. And this is the first time ever they are coming to USA, and they're going to perform here. And the timing is something that it's almost like we ordered. We should just say that, oh, we wanted them to come during Diwali, because Diwali has a lot of connection to Ramayana, because in Ramayana, when he comes back, the hero returns, and then everybody celebrates as a festival of light, and that's when the Diwali happens. And this is the correct timing that we have them to perform here. Though the performance is not going to be in the Embassy, when Ms. Manjula Kumar, the program manager from Smithsonian Center for Education and Museum Studies, and I mean, she has many avatars like Indian gods and goddesses, and one of her avatars is this. And when she approached us with this, we were very excited because of few reasons. One is that Ramayana for an Indian audience is a retelling a story that they have heard from their grandfather, grandmother, great-grandfather, mother, and sister, brother. So Ramayana is not a narrative. Ramayana is part of an Indian psyche, right? So somewhere you talk to some Indian, don't cross the line, they are not going to take it as don't cross the line. They are going to take it as don't cross the line, as Lakshman told the heroine in the story when the hero was away and the heroine did not obey, and that's why the whole thing happened. So don't cross the line. So this is embedded in Indian culture in so much that you don't even say that as in Ramayana. You just say things and the Ramayana is in the backdrop and you remember it. But for a non-Indian audience or Indian audience who are not fully in the Indian cultural ecology, as I call it, this has a a memory. It has to bring something more, and there is a refreshing effect about this. And we are very happy that this is happening in US, where there is a lot of, sorry, I'll use a very technical cultural term, which is called appetite. We call it appetite for cultural programs. And in the cultural programs, we say, what is the appetite for dance? What is the appetite for this? And the appetite for epic is something hidden, because the epic like Ramayana and Mahabharata are not well known. You don't really can gauge the appetite, because the people who are having that appetite do not know that they have it in the marketing sense, right? So when you don't know what an epic, what a scale this Ramayana plays in Indian culture, you will not have a very explicit degree of appetite to show, but we could feel it. Being an Indian diplomat, serving in so many countries, I always felt that one of the biggest mistakes an Indian can make is to assume that every culture is like this. Every culture has great epics, and every cultural context is like this, and everybody knows about it, and everybody has a model and literature. And there are so many Ramayans written in India alone, and there are so many variations, and there are so many backstories, I mean follow-up stories. Uttar Ramayana and all, if you see, there are elements which are not in the Ramayana which are coming in Uttar Ramayana. Recently I saw a performance in Delhi where Rama goes, the hero goes, and touches the feet of the heroine and apologizes when she is sleeping, that as a king I have done something, I am constrained to do something, but as a lover I feel so bad that I'm doing it to you. Right? This, pardon? Thank you. Here it comes. Okay. So there are so many elements to it. And being a China hand, I've served in China, and I have something interesting to share. I thought I'll tell you. Many of you would know Yuan Shuang. He's actually Xuan Zhang. And Yuan Shuang, at least in Indian English, we write Yuan Shuang. He's a Chinese traveler who went to India. And in 14th century, there was a novel written in China called Journey to the West, because India is west of China. So Journey to the West is this Xuanzang's journey to India. Interestingly, in this novel, Xuanzang goes in search of a princess who has been hidden in a place, and he has a companion who is a monkey god. And the monkey god accompanies Xuanzang, and their adventure is a novel. And even today, any person with Chinese knowledge will know that that's one of the very popular epical contexts that they have. Actually, there are about 28 full-length movies made of this story alone in China, and they have a 3D video game based on this, and it's a very popular living concept. And with the Ramayana as the basis, where you have a hero going in search of his heroine, accompanied by a monkey god, you will know where it comes from. So the point I'm making is that this is not about one epic, it's not about one Indian epic, it's not about India alone. Epic is something that every civilization shares, and this is a moment that we are very happy to share with you. And Ramayana is endless. Like she said, this is what you should do. This is what you should remember. Ramayana is like a banyan tree. If it's 300 years, 500 years old banyan tree like we have in Chennai, you go and ask somebody, have you seen the tree, how it is? The answer he's going to say is going to be part of the answer. There is no a particular correct answer to these kind of questions. And Ramayana is like this. And there is no a Ramayana that we all know. I'm sure within the troop itself, there will not be coherence about what is Ramayana. So this is one phase that they are going to do. We are very happy that Ramayana as a living legend is living here, and you are part of it. And the story you are going to say is what Ramayana would be today, what Ramayana would be tomorrow. This is how an epic like Ramayana grows. And that's why I thought that welcoming you is like keeping you away. You are actually part of this show, you are part of this epic, and I'm very happy to welcome you all for that. I'll leave it to Manjula. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Staran. Miss Manjula Kumar, most of us, we already know her very well, is the project director with the Smithsonian Institution, and she is the founder, president, and executive director of the Global Performing Arts. She is an educator, director, actor, and art activist with a strong belief in the arts as a vehicle of promoting peace, harmony, and intercultural understanding. Ms. Kumar, she is the recipient of 2009 Fellowship of Peace Award from Mahatma Gandhi Memorial Foundation for her efforts to build bridges of understanding through the arts. Now it's our honor to invite Ms. Manjula Kumar to address the guests. Thank you.
Namaskar and good evening. You know, I've had many introductions. Yes, I have been called goddess, maybe Durga or Kali, but I've never been called so many gods and goddesses. So Sridharan, thank you so much. I'll choose one or the other whenever it suits the occasion. I'd like to welcome each one of you for this very promising, on the eve of an amazing, one-of-a-kind, first of its kind dance drama in our city, Ramayana, a dance drama. As Sridharan put it very nicely, Ramayana, the epic, is forever, the substance, the content. So why the relevance today? For all of us, you know, who grew up listening, reading, I remember my grandmother reading Ramayana as a bedtime story. So this is nostalgia. We grew up watching perhaps Ram Leela down around the corner. But it's very, very important for us to share what is the inherent, not just the message, but the essence of Ramayana for our youngsters, children, grandchildren, and very, very importantly, for a mainstream audience. Ramayana is universal. The values in it of obedience, love in its many manifestations, valor, some of the words that are even not in our everyday vocabulary. It's to share, it's to bring all of that on the platform. But not just the message. This dance drama is a confluence of all the arts. It's the best of dance and music, the costuming, the sets, a very challenge. As Sridharan said, 3,000 performances. They just did another one in Houston yesterday, so I think the number's going up. And over 60 countries, so we are indeed very, very privileged. It's an honor for me to present the group from the Shriram Bhartiya Kala Kendra in Delhi. And as I said, it is an art piece for us to enjoy, as it is the color, the celebration, and then the message that comes in it as an inherent in it. Our troupe performed, as I said, in Houston. Their flight was late, and I do apologize. So we had to rush them to Dyson's Corner, 10 minutes. I don't think they've had a proper meal since 8 o'clock when they left Houston. But that's performing arts for you. Rush, rush here and rush, rush there. But as we drove, you know, through the city, I would look at the Potomac and look at, they've all come to DC for the first time. In fact, to the United States. And as we were driving outside, look at the lights. We felt so welcomed by the embassy and the statue of Mahatma Gandhi. So while they are here in Washington, D.C., the capital city of the United States, they're feeling very much at home. And that's to the warmth, the exuberance, the welcome that you have given them, and we hope to give them from tomorrow that they will perform. So thank you all for being here. I would like to thank our patrons. Global Performing Arts, since its inception in 1995, we have been doing a gamut of programs. We try to do creative programs in every way, whether it's a small mehfil. And the Embassy of India has been very, very collaborative in all our efforts, supportive, whether it was Shabana Azmi here talking about broken images when we brought that to the city, Pandit Jasraj. We've done dance, poetry, literature, film. Deepa Mehta was right here with her trilogy. So we try to do things in a very innovative, creative, experimental, but always unique. And I want to thank all our patrons who've been with us in this journey, holding hands, providing the oxygen to us that we are able to do this. We feel encouraged, and we hope to continue. So thanks, and a lot of our patrons who are here, thank you, and we hope to continue presenting all this. So as I said, our three-pronged effort, thanks to our patrons, and most of all, thanks to Sridharan. Thank you, Sridharan. The Embassy of India has been very, very supportive in our efforts. And I hope you will come. Yesterday in Houston, they had 1,100 people who came to watch Ramayana, the dance drama. And communication, you know, being what it is today, I was very quickly sent photographs of members of the audience going to touch the feet of those who played Ram, Lakshman, and Sita. I think that's something we carry inside us no matter where we are. The reverence just comes out. And I've had tweets or whatever saying, it's been the most outstanding, the most spectacular is the word I heard most, thing that they have ever seen. Now that's a lot of expectation from all of us. So thank you all for coming here, and I do hope you'll be with us tomorrow for the dance drama. Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Kumar. We have with us a very celebrated singer, Ms. Sonia Dhingda. She will sing a bhajan, Ram bhajan now for us.
कलियों में राम मेरा, किरणों में राम है, कलियों में राम मेरा, किरणों में राम है, धरती गगन में मेरे प्रभु जी का नाम है, कहाँ नहीं राम है, कलियों में राम मेरा, किरणों में राम है, धरती गगन में मेरे प्रभु जी का नाम है, कहाँ नहीं राम है। वही फूल फूल में है, वही पात पात में, वही फूल फूल में है, वही पात पात में, रहता है राम मेरा सब ही के साथ में, रहता है राम मेरा सब ही के साथ में, मेरा रोम रोम जिसको, मेरा रोम रोम जिसको करता प्रणाम है, धरती गगन में मेरे प्रभु जी का नाम है, कहाँ नहीं राम है। उसी की है धूप छाया, उसी की है चांदनी, उसी की है धूप छाया, उसी की है चांदनी, लहरों की वीणा में है प्रभु जी की रागनी, लहरों की वीणा में है प्रभु जी की रागनी, मेरा रोम रोम जिसको, मेरा रोम रोम जिसको करता प्रणाम है, धरती गगन में मेरे प्रभु जी का नाम है, कहाँ नहीं राम है, कहाँ नहीं राम है। धन्यवाद।
Thanks, Miss Sonia, for the beautiful bhajan. Mr. Bharat Bhargav is one of the very prominent Indian American community figure, and he hardly needs any introduction. He is considered an authority on Ramayana, and he has done several extensive interviews on Ramayana for a long time. Today, he will deliver a talk on the subject, the inherent meaning of Ramayana, its relevance today. So it's our honor to invite Mr. Bharat Bhargav.
Thank you, sir. I'm not an authority on Ramayana. That's the part I should first clarify. But happy Diwali to everybody. And I guess the theme today is Ramayana, and I might talk about Ramayana in the context of our Diwali season. And most of the members of this audience know everything. So it would be just an occasion to enjoy it together at this occasion. So just about Diwali, it's the most blissful season of the year that hundreds of millions of people enjoy worldwide. Its significance is so omnidirectional, so comprehensive, that I will only be able to give you a glimpse of it this evening. Even so, I hope that you will be able to feel its energy and joy, which I will be able to describe only very feebly. The word Diwali, as many of you know, is a contraction of the word Deepavali, which is a sandhi of the words Deep, meaning lamp, and Avali, a row thereof. Diwali is a 5-day celebration during which homes, businesses, and public places are adorned with rows and rows of lights. The lighting, however, is only symbolic depiction of something much more grand and glorious. Allow me to give you just a little glimpse. With the passage of millenniums, Diwali has come to represent a vast range of traditions, varying with religions, regions of India, and even countries of the world. Diwali is, after all, national holiday, not only in India, but also in Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Mauritius, Guyana, Suriname, Malaysia, Singapore, Fiji, Trinidad, and Tobago. I may be getting a little bit ahead of myself, but let me mention that until about 250 years ago, the capital of Buddhist country, Thailand, was Ayodhya. And for almost 250 years now, the Thailand's kings have been named Rama, and currently the king is Rama IX. For Jains, Diwali marks the attainment of moksha or nirvana by Mahavir around 500 BC. For Sikhs, they associate Diwali with the release of Guru Har Gobind or the Sacha Padshah from the prison some 400 years ago. Even for Hindus, what Diwali symbolizes has many overlapping variations. For example, because Diwali marks the end of the harvest season, in most of India, the goddess of prosperity, Lakshmi, is worshipped on Diwali to both thank her for the bounty of the agrarian year that passed and also to pray for the same for the next year. A month-long cleaning and decorating of premises are done to welcome Lakshmi. For today's purposes, I'll touch upon the most widely held association with Diwali, the culmination of Ramcharitmanas, or the Holy Ramayana, in its Uttarkand, meaning the last chapter. So, a word about Ramayana itself. For Hindus, Ramayana is the ultimate holy book in its ability to inspire love, devotion, purity of heart and action, joy of sacrifice, truth, justice, compassion, patience, service, wisdom, vitality, and pure goodness overall. Ramayana contains no pontification or explaining of theory in being virtuous. Each character of Ramayana lives goodness with grace and elegance spontaneously. You can pick any character as your hero or heroine, and you will get an ocean of inspiration from them on the moral values to be followed day to day. My name is Bharat. So in a blatant bias, I have an ultimate admiration for the character named Bharat. In the episode called Bharat Milap, when Bharatji's beloved brother Ram was exiled, forgive me, and Bharatji was asked to take throne in his stead, he went to the forest and begged and pleaded to Rama to return home. When Rama told him his dharma would not allow him to do so, Bharatji asked for Rama's sandals or skarnau and placed them on his head and carried them to the palace, placing them in front of the throne and ruling only in Sri Rama's name. Forgive me. I have seen some clippings of the dance drama to be performed tomorrow. I can tell you, they have done the enactment of this episode alone in such a way that no one would be able to contain their eyes from getting wet. I don't say moist, wet, even flowing with tears. The scripture Ramayana also depicts the victory of good over evil. The killing of demon king Ravana is celebrated about 20 days before Diwali on the Dashera day. Then comes Diwali. Diwali is when Rama returned to Ayodhya after 14 years of exile, and its citizens, bursting with joy, lighted up the whole town in celebration and lined up on both sides of the streets to welcome Ram, Sita, Lakshman, Hanuman, and those accompanying them. The fireworks, feasts, sweets, gifts, beautiful new clothes of vibrant colors, fairs, puppet shows, elephant and camel rides, and so on during Diwali are mere enactments of that glorious, joyful day. Sales of expensive silk saris, jewelries, ornaments, and other household goods peak during a month preceding Diwali. Lights also symbolize enlightenment or dispelling of ignorance. Trafalgar Square in London and key locations and many world capitals have special lightings on Diwali. Many US cities also boast huge Diwali celebrations. The White House first celebrated Diwali in 2003 under George W. Bush, and President Obama was the first president to personally attend Diwali celebration at the White House 4 years ago. Last Tuesday, a few days ago, US Congress passed a resolution honoring the Festival of Lights and also celebrated Diwali on Capitol Hill for the first time. 3 more quick points in this connection. On the last of the 5 days of Diwali, brothers visit their married sisters who welcome them with love and lavish feasts, and the brothers pay respect to their sisters by offering them something valuable as well. Rama was coronated, and Ramaraj is known for being an epitome of morality, prosperity, love, and peacefulness. Throughout India, enactment of Ramayana, called Ram Leela, is performed every year. Tomorrow's performance here would be just a glorious, super artful dance version of the same. I cannot wait to see it. Hopefully most of you and more would do the same. This is not a pitch for them, but a pitch to you, my fellow Washingtonians, to not miss out. Jai Shri Ram.
Thanks, sir, for this very interesting and informative talk. Mr. Sharda Prasad Mishra has been associated with the Shriram Bhartiya Kala Kendra since 2002. He has been running a school of dance and music and has done extensive work on the relation and interdependence of these two art forms. He has traveled with the Shriram Bhartiya Kala Kendra troupe to the various countries, including Russia, Indonesia, Malaysia, and many more. Today, he will deliver a talk, Performance of Ramayana in a Global Context, which is an experience sharing. He will talk about his work at the Shriram Kala Kendra Center and what it means to perform Ramayana in different countries to the different audiences. So invite Mr. Sharda Prasad Mishra. Thank you.
Good evenings. When we talk about Ramayana in global context, I have taken my team to various countries, Russia, Indonesia, and in Indonesia, we had International Ramayana Festival where 9 countries performed. And all these countries, they have a different script of Ramayana. As they heard, so they like to depict that. Our Ramayana, which we performed, is a very short form. When we depict whole of Ramayana in a very short time, say for 2.5 hours, what we do in Delhi, and to these places we make it shorter by about 1.5 hours to give a gist and in a beautiful art forms, combining different art forms like Kalari Payattu, Bharatnatyam, folk, Mayurbhanj Chayu, which depicts various rasas, the Veer Ras, the Karuna Ras, the romance, all these things. Wherever we went, we had the highest applause, whether it was Russia or it was Yogyakarta of Indonesia, Surabaya, and Bali. Bali is the place where you find most of the temples depicting such events. We performed in the temples there and highly acclaimed. So, I will not take much of time. Our choreographer, Sri Sridharan Nair, will tell you about some of the dances and show some performances here. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Mr. Sashidharan Nair, one of the leading artists of Shriram Bhartiya Kala Kendra, is the choreographer of Ramayana, the dance drama, and many others in the repertoire of the center. He plays the role of Ravana in this dance drama. Today he will talk briefly about the various dance styles used in this dance drama, and he will demonstrate the movements which are done in a very unique Kathakali style with very elaborate costume. He will also introduce the dancers who play the main characters of Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana, and who will also do demos on their respective dances. Thank you.
Good evening. So now you know that we are performing Ramayana as a dance drama tomorrow. So in India, we have a rich culture of heritage, which means we have around 8 classical dance forms, as well as thousands of folk dance forms. So when we were composing the dance for Ramayana especially, so we used some martial arts form as well as some classical dance forms. So just we want to demonstrate some martial art first. Raju? This martial art form from Kerala is called Kalaripayattu. So we believe that is the mother of the whole martial art form, like Kung Fu, Taekwondo, whatever it is, So, start. Come on. So we don't have music, so we technically we can show you. Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, and turn. Once again. And 1, 2, 3, and turn. Second. 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, and 3. Turn. The third one. 1, 2, 3, and jump. Again, 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, and jump. One more, the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 2. 1. Yeah, good. So when the four brothers, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna, when they were going for the training for the martial art forms, we used such movements for that. जल्दी आओ, छोटा ग्रुप करो, ठीक है? जगह नहीं है, आ जाओ, come. Shri Sita ji, Akanksha, yeah, and the group. Ram, आ जाओ, Ram and Lakshman. अंदर जाओ.
पुष्प वाटिका देखूं जाए, जहाँ बसंत ऋतु अतहि सुहाई. तेहि अवसर सिय तहाँ आई, गिरजा पूजन सग संग आई.
सखिए कितना सुंदर है, सिया के योग्य सही वर है. सिया भी कितनी सुंदर है, सिया भी सबको प्रियावर है. देखन बाग कुंवर दो आए, वही किशोर सब भांति सुहाए. श्यामल गौर शरीर लुभानी, वाणी बिन नैन, नैन बिन वाणी. सियस कुचि तब नयन उघारे, सन्मुख दौरघु सिंह निहारे. लोचन मार्ग राम उरलीने, पलकन द्वार बंद कर लीने.
देखी सिया शोभा सुख पावा, हृदय सराहत वचन न आवा. सुंदरता कहूँ सुंदर करई, छवि ग्रह दीप शिखा जनु बरई.
The Parshuram, so he uses the Kathakali style. You know, it's a
अवतारी क्रोधी ब्राह्मण क्षत्रिय बैरी, धनुष भंग सुनकर तह आए, विकराल वेश सभी डरवाए. किसने धनु तोड़ा जनक मुझे बतलाओ, अपराध किया है जिसने उसको नाओ.
टूटा धनुष स्पर्श से नहीं राम का दोष, मुनिवर बिन कारण ही क्यों करते हो रोष?
कौशिक सुनो मंद यह बालक, कुटिल कालवश निज कुल घातक। तुम्ही लागत जो यह प्यारा, बतला देहु पर कोप हमारा।
वीर नहीं अपना बल गाते, करना है करके दिखलाते।
यह सुनकर तिरछा किया मुनि ने कठिन कुठार, रंग भूमि में मच गया भारी हाहाकार।
Okay, yeah. Now we have Ravan quotas, second one. We uses different dance forms. That's why I just want to say. The Ravan's quote. I'm playing the role of Ravana, but he's look. But I use Kathakali dance. But it's in a Kathakali style because I'm not look like Ravana. But with the costumes, you can, it's a huge thing, with the
एकादश शीश विचारा
Was that a feast for the senses or what? And I really do have wet eyes. We hadn't planned on so much. And believe me, this is not just a story about emperors' no clothes, but it's a story about emperors' new clothes tomorrow. When they'll be in costume, that's another story. Their flight was an hour late. I was at National Airport getting very, very anxious. How are we going to get to the hotel and back here? And I see Ram. I did not need to know who that was. And where's Ram? Okay, Ram, Sita and all, we're in love with Ram and each one of them. Please, please come and have a bath. You know, I saw this dance drama in Delhi 3 years ago, and it was a dream since then to bring it to our city for Washingtonians. Hopefully, thanks to all of you, tomorrow will be not only a dream for me, but really something for all of us to dream about for a very, very long time. So please do come to see the costumes and the dance is just unbelievable. Thank you so much for coming to our city. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This was untouched by Bollywood. I promise you, no one else would have given us all of this that we got unplanned, unmotivated, and completely extempore. So I am very, very grateful. So it's tomorrow, Ramayana, a dance drama, at the Schlesinger Center in Alexandria, Virginia, at 4 o'clock. We do have some tickets here. There will be tickets at the door. So please come and support. And on behalf of all of us here, for such a memorable evening, I'd like to thank Sridharan and Mr. Berwal. Sridharan, we have a little... Thank you so much. And so we'll see you tomorrow, and thank you for coming.